What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today is going to be a pretty fun one because I have never had anything like this. We're going to go over a new firearm that I got. An AK shotgun. Let's go over and check it out. But before we get too far into this video, I did want to shout out one of the sponsors for today's video, which is pretty awesome. I've known about them for a while, and I've seen them on other videos on YouTube and stuff like that, but I finally got a hold of a couple models that I'm kind of digging. You kind of got to be into that sort of thing. Every guy isn't really going to like this whole thing. You got to kind of be into it, but one of the sponsors for today's video is Goat Guns. If you don't know what Goat Guns is, they actually make really realistic firearm models, and I mean like really realistic. They're obviously like small versions of the real thing, but it's pretty awesome. I actually got a hold of two different ones, and you get the model in a box and you actually have to like build it like a real car, like a model car, which was pretty cool. This one is one of their 50 BMG models, the Barrett, and you can get a couple variations of different ones, and they have a ton of different firearm options you can go with, and you can actually get accessories for these, which is pretty crazy. So on top of all that, it actually like functions. You can actually, and I'm almost 100% positive every model that they sell you has a detachable magazine like this, and it's actually got like real, not real, but they're like realistic, I think they're made out of brass rounds that you can put in and out and pop the thing back in like a real magazine release and everything. Carry handle, tripod, scope that you actually can look through, which is pretty cool. And the charging handle actually works. I got this one. Excuse me. Oh God, excuse me. And then I got one of the M16s, M4, AR-15, whatever you want to call it. I'm not sure what they call it, but I got one. And they sent me this one and a couple of different accessories for it. I really geeked out over this whole idea. Like I said, everybody's not going to be into this sort of thing, but it's pretty cool. This one actually came with a magazine, and all of them come with magazines and rounds, but the magazine release is just like a regular AR platform. You can take it out, and it comes with a couple of rounds that you stick in. You can take in and out, put back in, and it locks in place. Magazine releases in the same place. This is one of the accessories that they sent me. It just comes with regular iron sights. This is the ACOG scope accessory that they sent me, which was pretty cool. Vertical grip, a suppressor on the end. All of these are different accessories. Rail, you can put different stuff on it. The stock, actually, you like pull the trigger and you can adjust. I mean, it's crazy. It's awesome. And the dust cover actually flips open just like a regular one. You can actually take the charging handle and pull the bolt back. It's crazy. Really cool. I really dig this whole idea. I'm probably going to get some more of these. I mean, it's just a blast to put together and just like hang on my shelves. You probably haven't seen the video on these yet. By the time this video comes out, the video probably hasn't gone live yet, but I actually made these custom shelves. Be sure to keep an eye out on that. That's coming down the line, and I am going to do a video on like my whole like man cave here, studio / game room type thing. I'm going to do a whole like tour video, and then I've got a separate video of how I did these shelves, so stay tuned for that. But big shout out to Goat Guns, who sent me these really awesome models. And like the Barrett 50 BMG, that came with a I think I said tripod earlier, bipod, so that stands by itself. But like this one, it can't stand by itself. all the ones that can't stand by themselves, they actually come with a little stand and it slides in there and sits. So these guys are sitting up on one of my shelves. I look at them every single day. Really pretty cool. I'm a big fan of this whole type of thing, like the whole model thing. Be sure to check them out at their website. So now that this is out of the way, let's go ahead and check out the AK shotgun. So this is the new AK shotgun. There are a couple of companies that make AK shotguns out there, but this one specifically is a JTS M12 AK shotgun. And this particular one has a 18-inch long, chrome-lined 12-gauge barrel, and you can actually use 2 3/4 and 3-inch 12-gauge loads in it. And this is just like a standard AK platform firearm. Everything just like an AK. You do have adjustable rear sights on here just like a normal AK. This is a cheap optic that I just threw on here. I had laying around that I haven't actually used yet. This one, I can't remember exactly what it is, but it's from Dagger Defense. I've done a lot of stuff with those guys. They do a lot of really good budget, cheap optic and light stuff. If you've watched this channel at all, you've probably seen that. So I just threw that on there just to try it out on this. And when I got this, it actually comes with 2 5-round magazines. You can get extended magazines. Sometimes these can be, or this one anyway, is kind of a pain in the butt to load and lock in place. Might just be me, but works pretty good. You get 2 5-round magazines. I have seen that you can get extended magazines. It's either 10 or 12. I think it's 10. You might be able to get 12. And I've seen a couple of videos out there of people doing the drum magazines, which are, I think they're for the Sega shotguns. I have seen a couple of people actually put that in this, but the thing about that is this mag well, you actually have to modify and make shorter, which is a ton of work. I've seen it actually done, but it is a ton of work. So unless you do all that work, there's plenty of information online of how to do it. You can't just get a regular 12-gauge drum magazine and just pop it in this and go. You're actually going to have to work on this. I haven't done that. I am planning on doing upgrades in the future, which we will talk about towards the end of the video, so stay tuned for that. And before the next thing on this guy, another really cool thing that I actually got a hold of from another company that is a good friend of the channel is Brownells at brownells.com. They have sent a couple of things to the channel that you probably haven't seen yet, but I am doing a couple of videos on different stuff for that. This one, however, is one of their own ammo boxes. Brownell actually does this. It's their ammo box. Excuse me. Which was really, really cool. It's not your average ammo box. Obviously, it's a little big. It has a little top in here to put a couple of small tools if you want to. Pops in place. Then over here, like a regular ammo box, pop it open. And then you actually have a pull-out tray. It's kind of more like a tackle box type thing, but it's really awesome. So you've got a little tray that you can pop some smaller stuff in, and then put a couple of boxes of ammo in here, depending on what ammo you're using. You can put all your ammo, whatever. Usually I use this just for my shotguns and stuff. Really, really awesome. Something like I've never seen before. So be sure to check brownells.com. Check out all the stuff they have to offer and this really awesome ammo box that they now offer. So now back to this guy. We do have a small Picatinny rail back here, obviously, since I mounted this optic back here. This is a polymer 2-piece handguard, like a regular handguard on an AK. I wanted to do some kind of Picatinny handguard on here that I have seen at least one place that I think is in the process of making one. I haven't seen one yet. I haven't got a hold of it yet. but I am interested in doing something like that later and showing it off in my upgrade video. But right now, this is the standard handguard that comes on this. That's what I got. Then on the end here, you actually have an adjustable gas system, which is really cool. So if you're running low loads, you can adjust the gas system accordingly. If you've got high loads, you can adjust it, makes it function better. You do have 4 positions. It's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. I think the 0 setting, it lets like no gas through, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, the higher you go, the more gas it lets through. So with the low loads, you'd want more gas to come through. I have seen a couple of people talk about online about how they've had trouble with low loads in here not functioning properly. I actually had this. I've seen a lot of people talk about how they've had issues with it. I've seen other people talk about how they had no issues with it. I don't know. I had issues with it. I've ran other things, other higher loads, and it's ran fine. Maybe I just need to run it a little bit more. I don't know, but I have had a little bit of issues with it. But other than that, it runs great, and this is a blast to take to the range and shoot. And obviously, with it being a AK platform, the bolt flings back with a spring, so the recoil on this is like next to nothing. So you can put this 5-round magazine in there and just unload the thing, and it's like you don't even feel it. It's crazy. It is a blast to take to the range. So that's pretty much everything with this new edition. I mean, everything is just like a regular AK. And I mean, disassemble just like a regular AK. It's a little bit different, but pretty much the same thing. Really, really awesome firearm. So the only upgrades I've done to this right now is pretty much dropping an optic on it. I have started looking into doing different things to this one. Usually when I get pretty much anything new, not even firearm related, anything new, I have it for a little bit, and then I'm just itching to do something to it. It's a problem I have. I know. It's the first step is acknowledging you have a problem. But either way, with that said, I am doing a couple of things to this. Probably something back here, probably something up there. I don't know. I'm still working on it, but I will have a video in the future of doing upgrades to this. So if you're into this, be sure to check out that video coming up soon. So that is all that I have for you guys today. Be sure to, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. The number one thing you can do to help me out in this channel is leave a comment down below. I'd really appreciate it if you subscribe to the channel, but I would much rather you just comment on this video and all of my other videos. Comments are like the key thing for YouTube. They don't like this sort of thing, so if you comment, I can get a little bit more viewership, so I really appreciate that. Be sure to give me a thumbs up, comment, and subscribe, but be sure to comment. I will see you guys in the next one.